Well, the farm was working wonders, Bean's future looking bright, with so many happy farmers getting richer overnight.
On May 9th, Beanstalk will host the Barn Raise, a public 10-day fundraiser to raise up to $77 million. But before getting into the details of the Barn Raise, what is Beanstalk and why does it need a fundraiser? To understand what Beanstalk is, we first have to recognize the problem Beanstalk is solving. There simply aren't enough stablecoins in DeFi to meet demand, resulting in high borrowing costs for stablecoins across lending platforms like Aave and Compound. Most stablecoins today are either issued by centralized entities, USDC, USDT, etc., or have collateral requirements that limit the growth of their supply, DAI, MIM, etc. Enter Beanstalk, a decentralized, Ethereum-native, credit-based stablecoin protocol that solves both of those problems by relying on credit instead of collateral to maintain peg. And its model is performing better than any other collateralized stablecoin in DeFi history. Beanstalk was initially launched in August 2021 with just 100 beans and has never taken traditional funding. Over the last 8 months, Beanstalk organically grew to $100 million in market cap, attracting $144 million in long-term incentivized liquidity. For more information about how the mechanism works, please watch the Beanstalk Explained video on Beanstalk Farm's YouTube channel. Until April 17th, Beanstalk's model was working exactly as designed. So what happened? On April 17th, the Beanstalk contract on the Ethereum mainnet was exploited via a previously unknown issue with Beanstalk's governance process. The Beanstalk Farms team was immediately alerted and took action to temporarily turn off on-chain governance and pause Beanstalk. Since then, the Beanstalk Farms team has transitioned governance to a community multi-sig wallet and is now looking to restore up to 100% of the $77 million in stolen assets via a fundraiser. Beanstalk will leverage the same protocol-native mechanisms it uses to maintain peg for the fundraiser. When Beanstalk needs to issue debt, it creates soil, which represents the amount of money the protocol is willing to borrow. This soil is purchased in exchange for pods, Beanstalk's debt asset. During the Barn Raise, there will be a new pod line called the Barn Raise Pod Line to raise funds with a maximum of 77 million soil available. The Barn Raise will consist of 2 phases. 1, a 7-day bidding period followed by 2, a 3-day sowing period. The bidding period will run from 4 p.m. UTC on May 9th to 3:59 p.m. UTC on May 16th. Participants will have the option to submit bids on soil. Bids include the size of their bid, denominated in USD, and the weather or interest rate at which they would like to sow or lend their assets to the protocol. When bidding, the assets to be sown are locked at the time of submission. Bids will not be cancelable once submitted, but may be updated prior to the sowing period to lower the weather. Bids placed earlier in the bidding period will receive a bonus. The bonus for submitting a bid decreases as the end of the bidding period approaches. Updating a bid resets the bonus. During the sowing period, bids will be auto-filled when the bid's weather is reached, given there is soil available. Once the bidding period concludes, the sowing period will begin. At 4 p.m. UTC on May 16th, the weather, interest rate, will start at 20% and increase by 1% every 10 minutes for the duration of the sowing period. The sowing period will end on May 19th at 3:59 p.m. UTC, or when soil reaches 0, whichever occurs first.
Well, the farm was working wonders, Bean's future looking bright, with so many happy farmers getting richer overnight.